Hey guys, it's Ashley. I am just editing this week's episode, and I wanted to add that we did end up finding that the show Evil Genius on Netflix, the very first episode is about the pizza bomber incident, and it does have the full footage of the bomb detonating and the death that occurs from it. It is very graphic, so if that's not something you want to see, maybe avoid that episode on Netflix. But if it is something that you were interested in, I know that we were discussing in the show, as you'll find out that we weren't sure where to find that video, if it still existed. It is there. There is no disclaimer in the episode. It just sort of happens. So just brace yourself if that's something that you're going to try to go and watch to get more information on this case. Just wanted to give you a heads up. Thanks, guys.
Can we redo that?
Yes, I will just erase it all. Hello, I'm Ashley, and this is Crime in the Coconut.
I'm Amanda, and I'm having a stroke. Okay. I'm Amanda.
I'm Ashley, and this is Crime in the Coconut.
Yeah. It's my turn this week.
Yeah. No business, because we are but we podcasters and don't really have things to update you on very often.
This one, I'm excited for.
I'm ready.
I don't know if you knew my one boyfriend, do you know sign language?
Some of it.
You know what this is?
Fucking no. Oh, wait, yes, I do. Yes, I do. Okay. Yes.
You're him?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Yes, God damn it. I've never had to use sign language before and successfully do it. Fuck yeah.
I'm happy I knew what those letters were.
I used to go visit him.
Yes, I remember that.
In Erie, Pennsylvania all the time.
Yep.
Erie is a beautiful area.
I bet it
Presque
is.
Isle is great. I've been Peach Street many times. And
Peach
this
Street. That's the street I fucking live on.
And this, no, it's, you don't want to live on it.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Well, it's, no, you don't want to live on it. It's like the downtown area, but like for Erie, it's like, okay, but Erie has a lot of homeless people. Anyways.
That's a different story.
This is a story that takes place there. And for a lot of the people I've talked to, they don't ever like know what the story is, which I think is like ridiculous, because it was like, it's crazy.
I've heard like little pieces of it, but I don't know the story. Like,
you know what I'm talking about, though?
Yeah, I know what this is.
All right. CNN in 2003 said that this has been considered one of the most complicated and bizarre crimes in, how do you say this? I don't want to say anals, but is that anals?
Where is the word? Oh. Annals?
Annals? That sounds better.
Annals?
Annals sounds
better. Or
than...
annals, double N. Annals.
Yeah. Whatever the fuck it is. This has been considered one of the most complicated and bizarre crimes in the annals.
We're just going with annals. I'm pretty sure it's annals. I'm not 100% sure.
Annals of the FBI by CNN, and had massive media coverage. I spent a lot of time in Erie, PA. It's a beautiful place. I love going to the peninsula, and I can picture where all of these things took place because I've seen it. I've been there. Super interesting.
Our number one fan, Aggie, is desperately trying to beat down the door to come in here and be a part of the show.
Her paws, like, gripping
all the way under the fucking door, trying to get to the handle to open up the door. You've probably heard her meow on a couple episodes.
So, Brian Wells was a 46-year-old man who worked at a local pizza joint called Mamma Mia's Pizzeria for 10 years. The store received a call for delivery of 2 pizzas to 8631 Peach Street, just a few miles from the shop. This address was the location of a radio tower at the end of a dirt road.
Oh?
When Brian was seen next, he was entering a PNC Bank at the Summit Town Center on Peach Street with a bomb collar strapped to his neck. He entered with a gun disguised as a cane. He slid a note to the teller that explained that the bomb would explode within 15 minutes and that the amount of $250,000 be handed over to him within that time. The teller could only give him about $8,700. This is the collar.
Oh, that's like some Saw shit.
Yeah, this is a bomb collar. You can still, like, I don't know if that's blood or what.
Poor man.
And this is the cane gun.
That is some old Western shit right there.
But I feel like the bomb collar looks like metal as fuck.
Oh my god.
So, the first known 911 call came from a waitress who witnessed Brian leaving the bank and said he had, quote, a bomb or something wrapped around his neck. Witnesses reported him sucking on a lollipop and proudly carrying the gun and the money, like literally waving the gun around in his hand.
That's weird.
Soon after leaving the bank, police caught Brian, handcuffed him, and sat him in the middle of the street, I'm assuming to wait for the bomb squad.
Mm-hmm.
Brian told the police that 3 black people had placed a bomb around his neck, provided him with a shot cane gun, gave him a list of tasks to complete, and they would detonate the bomb if he did not fulfill the tasks.
Okay. If he's fucking innocent, that is shitty. I cannot imagine. Pizza drivers, pizza delivery guys go through some shit.
I'm gonna tell you, he is both innocent and not innocent. I know, right now. Footage I found shows Brian kind of calmly saying, it's gonna go off, I'm not lying, like, just like that.
Like, hey, it's gonna go.
Not like how you think, like, you can hear it beeping, too. It's like, beep, beep, beep. And instead of him being like, you gotta believe me, like, this is gonna fucking blow up, like, he's just like, I'm not lying, it's gonna blow up.
Okay, Brian. Maybe he had just accepted that he was, why are there 2 chips over here? How did that happen? Oh, well.
3 minutes before the bomb squad arrives, the collar detonated, killing Brian within minutes.
Blow his fucking head off in the middle, I can't imagine, in the middle of the street.
I got all this information from Wikipedia, and Wikipedia said that there was a technical difficulty that just so happened to cut out when the bomb went off. I couldn't find footage of it. I found footage of him before and right after.
I bet you they've just erased that footage.
I guarantee.
That sucks.
Now, there are quite a few conspirators that did have an involvement to this crime, but it is a conspiracy on if Brian was involved in it or not.
Yeah.
Police say he was. His family is in denial and says he wasn't.
Of course they will. Wow. I'm just like sitting here thinking about, and this was what, 2003?
Yeah.
Now, I was only 7, so I don't remember, like, this actively happening. I'm sure my dad probably does.
I remember my ex telling me about it.
Yeah.
And I was like, really, that happened? He's like, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember hearing about, like, a delivery guy that got roped into, like, some bomb robbery. So I knew, like, this was a story, but I had no idea about, like, this, and I didn't know he died.
It's super fucking weird. It is some Saw shit.
It is. That's something I would see in a Saw movie. Like, he traps them in something and tells them to do something so that the bomb doesn't go off.
Right. So the conspirators that are involved in this include Kenneth Barnes, Marjorie Deal Armstrong, and William Rothstein. Marjorie proposed that Kenneth kill her father so that she would receive his inheritance.
Oh.
Kenneth said that he would do this for a total of $200,000. The collar bombing was planned in order to obtain the money for the hit. So everyone said that Marjorie was the brains of the operation.
Okay.
And I say brains very lightheartedly because they were all fucking stupid.
Yeah, clearly.
Side note, all 3 of these people had issues with compulsive hoarding. Even deeper, I'm going to go into each person.
Thank you.
Marjorie had a bipolar disorder and had multiple husbands die from being shot by her that she claimed was due to self-defense, making her basically a serial killer.
Walking free.
Uh-huh. She shot, like, at least 3 of her husbands. And was like,
at this point, listen. The first one, self-defense, I get it. You believe that, all right. Mm-hmm. Second one, you better have an eyebrow raised and an eye twitching at that.
That's like...
Third one, I'm sorry, you need to start investigating him.
That's like, that reminds me of like, what's that, Unfortunate Events, or...
A Series of Unfortunate Events?
Yeah.
And it's Count Olaf, like, the whole fucking time,
Yes.
and they're like, oops, just an accident!
Yes!
That's exactly what this is.
I
fucking love Series of Unfortunate Events.
She died in prison from breast cancer in 2017.
Well, I don't want to say good because, like, maybe she did kill her husbands in self-defense, but she was also the head of, like, a bomb operation.
And she clearly was, like, obsessed with, like, inheritance or life insurance.
So she
like,
was, like, kind of scummy anyway, so good. Glad
Yeah.
she's gone.
Kenneth, the guy who was supposed to do the hit, was a crack dealer.
Oh, that's good.
Marjorie's quote-unquote fishing buddy, and he died from diabetes in prison in 2019.
Good.
Yeah, these people met
Crack deal.
met untimely demises, which is good. William.
It's almost as if karma's a thing.
Yeah, fuck.
Man.
William was an ex-boyfriend of Marjorie's who was implicated in a murder after giving a friend a gun to kill someone. He attempted to destroy the evidence but was given immunity in exchange for a testimony.
God damn it. Immunity should not exist if you are a certain level of culpable.
Yeah, so he didn't go to jail that time, but after this happened, he went to an insane asylum? Or a mental hospital, whatever is appropriate to call it.
I would say both, but I'm sure there are people out there that would disagree.
He died in 2004 from myeloproliferative lymphoma.
Ow.
He did not go to prison, but he was in the mental hospital.
But he was incarcerated in a way, yeah.
Yeah. So, it's suspected that Brian Wells had a connection to these people because, one, he lied about who did it to him. He literally said nothing close to the truth.
Yeah, he said it was 3 black guys, right?
Right. No, he said 3 black people.
Okay.
You're not even going to say if they were men or women?
And were these people black? Were any of
No.
them black? Why do people always fucking do that? Like, what do you think they're gonna... I mean, I know, like, you could say the wrong ethnicity to throw an investigation, but why is it always black people, the first thing you say?
It's always... The way you get away with a lie is by telling a little bit of the truth.
Yeah. It was 3 people. They weren't fucking black.
Alright, just say it's 3 people, I couldn't see them.
Right.
Why give a description at all?
Just 3 people.
Stupid. Wells frequented a prostitute who also knew Kenneth. It's speculated that Brian's calm and casualness was due to him being in on the plot, but was also used as a pawn. He did not know the bomb was real and thought he would not die.
Yeah. I believe that. I was thinking in my head, like, maybe he had just accepted he was going to die, like, he was okay with that and he sacrificed himself. But I think I would believe sooner that he didn't think it was real.
The prostitute in question admitted to involvement in the plot and said Kenneth approached her to find a gopher who would be scared into robbing a bank. She described Brian as a pushover.
So he was involved, but not as heavily as the other ones.
No, he was like, oh yeah, I want to be included.
Oh.
And they were like, yeah, we're just going to strap a collar on your neck. It's not going to go off. Don't worry about it. And killed him.
That makes me feel really sick.
Yeah.
Because, like, don't be stupid and get involved in shit like that. But also, he didn't think he was signing up for that.
No, and BuzzFeed Unsolved covered this.
Yeah.
And
God, I love those guys. I hope
Me too.
someday we can, like, collab with them. Could you imagine? Anyway, keep going.
That would be, like, a dream come true. Anyways.
Sorry, I totally just derailed you. Now you're
You
daydreaming.
did. I am.
Those guys are so funny.
It's sad.
It is sad.
It's just sad. Like, he really just wanted to be included and just thought...
And sure, it was...
Yeah, I might get some money out of it.
He knew he was doing illegal activity, but he thought it was, like, minor legal activity. Like, he didn't think he was gonna fucking get his head blown off in the middle of the goddamn street.
Right. And no, what the last thing I have to say is stupid white trash fucks.
Oh, yeah.
Y'all did not even try.
Mm-mm.
Like, I feel like it was a good base plan. You had a good, like, base, but, like, you literally told everybody, first of all.
Well, yeah, there's, like, 7 people involved in this shit. Like, no. It's too many.
Mm-hmm.
And they're not, like, cunning individuals. One's a crack dealer. One's a airheaded heiress. One is a pizza guy who doesn't actually know the whole plan. And one's a prostitute. Nothing against sex workers, but she's a prostitute who frequents time with a crack dealer. So, like...
Right. And the, who was the other guy?
Oh, yeah, I couldn't remember the other one. I knew there was a third.
He was very, like, minorly involved. Let's see.
He was supposed to be the hitman.
No, that was...
Oh, that was a crack dealer?
Oh, no, the crack dealer was the minor one.
Okay.
Oh, no, the Kenneth was the crack dealer and the guy that's supposed to do the hit.
Okay, good.
William was the one that,
recommended she kill whoever for the inheritance, right?
I don't know. He just was crazy, I guess.
Oh, well, they all were, so he was in good company. Wow.
But I remember when I first heard this, I was like, he's definitely innocent, because, like, the way...
Yeah,
the way Ryan Bergara says it, like, the quote, "You have to believe me, it's gonna go off." He says it just like that. You have to believe me, it's gonna go off. So what does your imagination go to when you think of a guy pleading for his life?
Dramatics and like trying to rip
in
at
the video,
and
he's literally like
sitting there,
like, "I'm gonna do it. You don't know what's gonna happen."
That's why it's so believable to me that he like genuinely didn't think it was real. He was
Yeah.
just trying to hype it up so that way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he didn't think he was gonna die.
Not at all.
And
And
who
he
knows?
used him.
Maybe he wasn't supposed to, and somebody last minute changed it because they didn't want him to rap because he wasn't truly in on the plan.
Yeah.
And
Well, that's what they said. They said it's speculated that they didn't want a witness, so they were planning to kill him regardless.
Yeah, because he was just, like you said, a gopher. And so they didn't want him to be able to say, "Oh, it's X, Y, and Z."
But it's crazy to me that they had... I like to think that it was going to go off regardless.
Yeah.
But I also like to think that they weren't going to kill him, or they somehow had the technology to time it to when, if he got caught by the police, that it would blow up.
Yeah. Yeah. Like a cyanide pill effect type deal.
But how do you do that? How do you...
I don't know, and they don't sound that smart. Although they did effectively make a bomb collar and
Right.
had access to a cane gun.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. Maybe there was possibly more people involved with this that didn't necessarily realize that they were involved with this. You know what I mean? Didn't realize what they were doing and making.
Nothing else came from it, though. That's, like, literally the whole story. But it's such a wild... It's so, like, comedic almost.
Yeah, it doesn't seem real. Like I said, it seems like something you would watch in one of those, like, terribly gory but not very, like, well-done Saw movies.
And I didn't go too deep into, like, what the instructions were, because he did have papers on him that were like, "You will go in, you will get the money, and you will come out." And it was almost like the JonBenet Ramsey notes.
The one we fucking shit on.
Right. So dramatic, so, like...
over the top.
Ready for someone to read it and find it, kind of thing.
Intentional.
Mm-hmm. For sure. Well, this is a short-ass episode.
But this is an interesting one, and I feel like most people, especially our age, which I think that quite a few people that listen to this show are probably closer to our age than, like, are above it.
Mm-hmm.
So they might find it very fascinating. But then also, like, I look at our analytics on Anchor, and first of all, it's mostly women. Fellas, where you at? Second, it's women that are, like, either approaching middle age or are middle age. And I think that's fascinating because they probably, some of them, remember these things. Especially like this. It was in 2003.
Yeah.
They probably remember coverage of this, like, very vividly, just like they would remember, like, a 9/11 way better than we would.
I'm sure my, I'm gonna call her scheduler, receptionist, whatever
Yeah, the
you
one
want
you
to say.
told me about the other day.
Shout out to Jeannie. What's up? She's definitely gonna remember this. It happened in 2003.
Yeah.
And I can almost picture her right now being like, "I remember when that happened. I saw it on the news."
Yeah.
I love you, Jeannie. And Tony, too, if you're listening.
I love you, too, even though I don't know you. Thanks for listening.
They're great.
But, yeah, I think, I mean, small stories are fine. My next one, I don't know if it'll be small or not, but I don't think small stories are bad. This is not, like, small in content. This is big in content.
There's a Netflix documentary on this. It's called Evil Genius.
Oh, I've seen that pop up. I didn't know that's what this was about.
I don't know if it's about that, but it's like
included.
Surrounded by it.
Okay.
I was just wondering if bomb collars have ever been used.
Yeah, before this, because I don't know that I've ever heard of it.
I play Fallout, and that's like they have slaves, and they always put bomb collars on them. And to see that, like, in real life is so strange. And I was just wondering, like, see right there, Fallout fandom, explosive collar. Everything when I look up bomb collar usage comes up with Brian Wells.
Right. That's, like, the only story that we have.
Yeah, right there.
Pizza
Pizza delivery
heist.
man.
Yeah.
So who the hell came up with the idea of let's make a bomb collar?
Who thought that? I would be interested to know that.
Where the hell did Marjorie get this?
Because she doesn't seem like she's got a whole lot going for her in the brains department. That is fascinating. I wish they weren't dead now. I would have liked to know that, but they probably wouldn't have given that information up anyway. If anybody actually knows, like, if there's somebody out there that's, like, super into this story and, like, knows...
Maybe if I waved $5 in front of Marjorie's face and was like, tell me how you got this idea, she'd probably do it.
Yeah, she'd probably be like, that's
She seemed greedy.
Yeah. She needed... And for not a lot of money. $250,000 is... I mean, back in 2003, it was a little bit more than it is now, but that's still not a lot of money.
Kenneth, the hit guy, said that he thought it was a waste of her inheritance to spend $200,000 to get him to kill him in the first place.
Right. How much was her inheritance?
I don't know. I wonder if she ever got it.
Probably not. Because she ended up not killing the guy, right? That she was supposed to kill?
Oh, it's her dad.
Bank heist went down. Not good for her.
Or maybe if you're in prison and you're the only heiress, do you still get that money?
I don't think so, because I think if you're incarcerated, you are not allowed to receive
any outside money.
Yeah, I think you're allowed to have like I forget what it's called.
Well, you have jobs in prison that you get money for,
right? But I don't. I think
minimal.
I think something like that would not be allowed to be given to her.
Yeah,
I would see something like that maybe going to Brian Wells' family, if anything. But I don't know.
I don't think that's close enough length though.
Well, if they had sued her for, like, damages against him, then maybe.
If I was, like... Well, the family, like I said, is, like, super convinced that he had no involvement whatsoever.
Well, I think he did, but
I think
not in the way that, like, maybe police thought he did.
So I don't think his family did press charges. But if I was, like, Marjorie's, like, second removed niece or something, and I somehow just got all this fucking money because she was the only heiress and I was the next of kin, I would be, it's like a bittersweet. It's like
you got this because a man blew up in the middle of the street.
Drinking orange juice after you brush your teeth or something. Like,
what a good description. That's fucking nasty. Ugh. I'm gonna have images of his head just like popping off.
I wanted to find it because you found that one of
that kind of. I mean,
what's his name?
Bud Dwyer.
Bud Dwyer, yeah. I was like, I want to have something that shocks Ashley, and I was eating Chinese food at the same time. Oh, and
that literally would have. I'll keep digging, but it's probably just gone. Like, they probably just erased that information, because that Bud Dwyer was back in the 80s. This was in 2003, so.
Yeah.
They don't want people to see scary stuff. And I don't want to see it just because I want to see a guy's head blow up, but, like, that's...
I want to see how it worked.
I want to see the way the bomb squad and the police were acting.
Well,
I want to see him. Oh, that's right, they got there after.
Get there until after.
Like, I want to see how he was acting and what it looked like.
He was sitting on the road with his hands behind his back because he was handcuffed. No one was around him because they were waiting for the bomb squad.
Right, and they didn't want to risk...
And he sat there and he was like, it's gonna go off. And the witnesses said they could hear it beeping.
That's chilling.
And, the Wikipedia said it blew a hole in his chest, and that's what killed him. So I want to know how it was rigged. Because I'm sure it wasn't like...
Because it looked like that piece in the front. We'll post a picture of the collar on the Instagram so you guys will know what we're talking about. But it looked like that piece in the front would have maybe sat in the front. The rest of the collar didn't look like it had any mechanisms on it. It looked like a big handcuff, but for his neck.
Right.
I guess that makes sense then.
So I would love
to see his autopsy report.
I wanted to see the footage to see how it happened.
Right, like, how it killed him.
What blew up, what was the cause of death, because it said he died a few minutes after it blew up. So it wasn't a clean, like, dandelion pop-off. It was, like, probably some disgusting whatever.
I would like to know what it was made with, too.
Yeah.
That would be interesting.
Like, what did they get their hands on, these white trash people?
Yeah, how are they even able to... Like, this is very sophisticated. And that cane gun, also, we'll post a picture of that. I want that shit.
Yeah.
Walking down the street. Oh, you got something to say to me? Poof!
Yeah, so, like, Charlie Chaplin shit.
Take care of those pedophiles real quick. That was excellent. Thank you for that.
Yeah, I was excited for that one.
Yeah, that was a good one.
That one's been sitting in my little pocket for a while.
In my little pocket. We're baby podcasters. We got big, full pockets right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's hard for me to walk. They're so heavy.
I know. So much content coming at you. Well, if you like us, you can follow us at Crime in the Coconut on Instagram, CITC Podcasts on Twitter, and our Gmail is crimeinthecoconut@gmail.com. Send us listener stories.
Anything, please.
Literally. Just say hi. Like, the email could just say hi, and then we will literally talk about you on the podcast. So,
For sure. Anyone wants to do a collab, we're down for that too.
yeah, if you got baby podcasts, big podcasts, hit us up. Skype and Zoom are a thing.
Ryan Vergara and Shane Bidet.
We love you. We're not as funny as you, but we love you, and we would absolutely say yes to you.
Not even like a weird fangirl way. I just want to laugh with you guys.
I just want to be funny with you guys.
Yeah.
Like, the way they talk reminds me so much of how we talk.
I always wonder that. Who's the Shane and who's the Ryan?
I think it depends on the day.
I think it does too.
I think it depends on the day.
I think it'll get more into it when we start doing in a supernatural sense, I feel like
Yeah.
I'm more Shane, you're more Ryan.
Oh, yeah.
But in like a scared of everything sense, I'm probably more Ryan, you're probably more Shane.
Let us know what you think, because I'm sure most of you probably watch BuzzFeed Unsolved.
Mm-hmm. It's great.
And then spam them with this information that they need to collab with.
Just literally spam them and say collab with CITC Podcast. They're two young girls in Ohio.
They're funny.
You got nothing to do with them. Throw them a bone. Something.
Absolutely.
Something.
Let them get it started. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.